What is happening, tech fans? Welcome back to iPad Focus, your ultimate source for breaking tech news that keeps you ahead of the curve. The digital world is spinning faster than ever, and today, we've got a whirlwind of updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From potential billion-dollar deals shaking up the AI landscape to the next evolution of devices that fit in your pocket, we're diving deep into the stories that are shaping tomorrow, right now. Get ready for insights that will redefine your understanding of innovation. Stick around, because you're about to hear the news that everyone will be talking about. First up, we're diving into the heart of artificial intelligence, where major players are making moves. Reports are surfacing that one of the biggest names in tech has been in discussions to acquire not one, but two significant AI companies. We're talking about potential multi-billion-dollar acquisitions that could dramatically reshape the AI ecosystem. This is a story filled with strategic maneuvering, internal debates, and the massive financial implications that come with leading the AI revolution. You won't want to miss the details on this developing situation. Next, we're shifting gears to a different kind of innovation, one that touches on creativity and social impact. A renowned singer-songwriter, known for her unique artistic voice, has released new music inspired by a powerful court-watching initiative. This isn't just about music, it's about a deep dive into the justice system, the human stories behind it, and how art can bring attention to critical social issues. We'll explore the inspiration behind the song and the cause it champions, highlighting the intersection of culture and activism. And finally, we're looking ahead to the devices that are likely to be on everyone's wish list. Get ready for an exclusive preview of what's expected from a major upcoming hardware event. We're talking about the next generation of smartphones, potentially the thinnest ever, alongside updates to wearables and audio devices. This is your insider look at the innovations that could define the next era of personal technology. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from iPad Focus. Big Tech's AI ambitions ignite acquisition speculation. The tech world is abuzz with whispers of colossal potential acquisitions as industry titan Apple reportedly enters discussions to acquire two prominent artificial intelligence firms, Mistral AI and Perplexity. This revelation, emerging from the information, paints a picture of a company aggressively seeking to bolster its AI capabilities through strategic, albeit potentially massive, investments. Leading the charge for a potential acquisition appears to be Eddie Q, Apple's Senior Vice President of Services. Q has a history of advocating for significant strategic moves, having previously supported propositions for Apple to acquire entertainment giant Netflix and automotive innovator Tesla, both of which were ultimately turned down by CEO Tim Cook. This suggests a persistent drive within Apple's leadership to explore external avenues for enhancing its product and service offerings, particularly in the rapidly evolving AI space. However, not all executives seem to be on the same page. Reports indicate that Craig Federighi, Apple's Senior Vice President of Software Engineering, has expressed reservations about acquiring AI startups. His stance reflects a belief within certain factions of Apple that the company possesses the internal expertise and resources to develop its own cutting-edge AI technologies organically. This internal debate highlights the strategic crossroads Apple faces. Either pursue aggressive, costly acquisitions to rapidly integrate advanced AI, or continue its established path of in-house development, a strategy that has historically served the company well but might prove slower in the current competitive climate. Mistral AI, a Paris-based company founded in 2023, has quickly established itself as a significant player in the open-weight large language model space. Its models are designed with a focus on efficiency, being smaller, faster, and easier to deploy than many competitors, while still delivering robust performance in complex tasks such as reasoning and coding. Mistral AI positions itself as a European counterpoint to dominant American AI companies like OpenAI and Anthropic, emphasizing innovation with an open-source ethos. Perplexity, on the other hand, is an American AI firm renowned for its AI-powered search and answer engine. By integrating large language models with real-time web indexing, Perplexity provides users with cited, conversational responses, distinguishing itself from traditional search engines through its commitment to transparency and source attribution. It aims to offer a more direct and reliable way to retrieve information, presenting a compelling alternative to established search giants. Any acquisition of such entities would likely represent a significant departure from Apple's typical acquisition strategy. Historically, Apple has favored smaller, more focused deals, rarely exceeding acquisitions in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Exceptions like the $3 billion acquisition of Beats and the $1 billion purchase of Intel's wireless modem business stand out, but a deal for a leading AI firm would almost certainly run into the billions. This financial hurdle, coupled with the internal debate, suggests Apple is proceeding with caution. Furthermore, a potential disruption to Apple's lucrative deal with Google, which makes Google the default search engine on Apple devices, could add another layer of urgency. If this $20 billion arrangement faces regulatory challenges, Apple might be compelled to seek an AI-powered search solution to fill the void. For now, Apple's stated intention remains focused on smaller, strategic AI-related deals, but the sheer potential of Mistral AI and Perplexity makes these discussions particularly noteworthy. This potential move signals a critical juncture for Apple's AI strategy, with industry analysts closely watching how the company navigates the complex landscape of AI development and acquisition. The market reaction to such a significant investment could reshape investor expectations and competitive dynamics across the tech sector. This story is still developing, with implications that could ripple through the entire tech industry. But what happens when creativity meets activism in a completely different arena? We're about to find out. Apple's next big thing: will the iPhone 17 event reignite the hype? Apple's product launches have historically been watershed moments in the consumer electronics calendar, often dictating trends and setting new benchmarks for innovation. The unveiling of a new iPhone generation is typically a major event, drawing global attention and driving significant consumer demand. The crucial question now is whether the upcoming iPhone 17 lineup will recapture that sell the news magic that has defined Apple's most successful product releases. With intense competition and evolving consumer expectations, the pressure is on for Apple to deliver a truly compelling narrative and a product that resonates deeply with its user base. The anticipation for Apple's September 9th hardware event is already palpable, with industry insiders and tech enthusiasts eagerly dissecting every rumored detail. The iPhone 17 series is expected to be the centerpiece, but updates to the Apple Watch and AirPods are also on the agenda, promising a comprehensive refresh of Apple's ecosystem. Mark Gurman of Bloomberg, a highly reliable source for Apple rumors, suggests that this event marks the beginning of a 3-year cycle of major iPhone redesigns, hinting at a long-term strategic vision that includes a foldable iPhone slated for release in 2026. This forward-looking approach indicates Apple's commitment to staying at the forefront of mobile technology. The standard iPhone 17 is rumored to receive a substantial upgrade, bringing its design and features more in line with the Pro models. Speculation points to a slightly larger 6.3-inch display, an increase from the current 6.1-inch screen, and a significant boost to a 120 Hz refresh rate, a notable departure from the standard 60 Hz on current models. This upgrade promises a smoother visual experience, crucial for gaming and media consumption. Furthermore, a potential upgrade to a 24-megapixel front-facing camera could significantly enhance selfie quality and video calls. Rumors also suggest new color options, with purple and green being tested, adding to the device's aesthetic appeal. The Pro models are expected to feature more pronounced upgrades, particularly on the rear of the device. Conceptual designs depict a redesigned camera module, possibly featuring a rectangular bar that spans the width of the phone, housing the 3 rear cameras, flash, light sensor, and microphone. This aesthetic shift could be a defining visual characteristic of the new Pro iPhones. A more subtle but potentially impactful change could be the material used for the frame, with speculation that the titanium band might be replaced with aluminum. This could lead to cost reductions and a lighter feel for the device, though it might also affect the premium perception. The iPhone 17 Pro Max might see fewer dramatic changes, with the most significant expected upgrade being a slightly thicker chassis to accommodate a larger battery. A welcome improvement for users prioritizing battery life. Pricing is also a subject of intense speculation, with the standard iPhone 17 predicted to start around $800, the Pro model at approximately $1,050, and the Pro Max potentially around $1,250. Storage options might also see a change, with the entry-level 128 GB option potentially being phased out, leaving 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB as the available tiers. Beyond the core device upgrades, Apple might also introduce new accessories, such as the rumored, tech-woven iPhone Pro 17 cases, crafted from a higher-quality woven material to replace the less popular, fine-woven line. These cases are also rumored to include a crossbody strap, adding a new dimension of utility. Perhaps the most talked-about rumor is the potential introduction of the iPhone Air, an ultra-thin model intended to replace the current Plus variant. With a projected thickness of 5.5 mm, it would be Apple's slimmest iPhone ever, potentially challenging competitors like Samsung's Galaxy S25 Edge. This move could also pave the way for Apple's long-anticipated foldable iPhone, expected in 2026. However, the slim design might come with compromises, such as a single rear camera and potential limitations in speaker placement. The Apple Watch lineup is also due for an update, with the Ultra 3 rumored to feature faster charging, 5G connectivity, and satellite capabilities, along with a larger display. The most anticipated health feature for both the Ultra 3 and Series 11 is blood pressure monitoring, though these features might be delayed for further refinement. The Apple Watch SE 3 is expected to receive minor updates, possibly including a larger display and a potential plastic variant. The AirPods Pro 3 are also anticipated, with rumors suggesting a sleeker design, touch controls, smaller earbuds, and a slimmer case, possibly integrating the H3 chip for enhanced audio performance. The market's reaction to these potential innovations will be a key indicator of Apple's continued dominance in the premium smartphone segment. From the future of mobile devices to the intersection of art and advocacy, we're covering a wide spectrum of compelling stories today. Now, let's switch gears to a different kind of impact, one that's resonating through the music industry and beyond. Fiona Apple's new song amplifies bail reform movement. In a poignant display of artistic activism, acclaimed singer-songwriter Fiona Apple has released her first new music in 5 years, a track titled Pre-Trial, Let Her Go Home. This deeply personal song draws its lyrical inspiration from Apple's direct involvement with an activist group dedicated to observing bond hearings for individuals accused of crimes. Though residing in California, Apple became deeply connected with life after release, a Prince George's County-based organization, through another activist network. Her commitment has since intensified, leading her to become a dedicated participant in their court watching program, Court Watch PG. As an active court monitor, Apple dedicated time to remotely observing thousands of court proceedings via video feeds. During this immersive experience, she was particularly struck by the recurring sight of women, many of whom are mothers with children awaiting their care, being remanded to jail simply because they lacked the financial means to post bail. This observation starkly contrasts with the bail reform efforts in places like Washington, D.C., which has largely eliminated cash bail, highlighting a significant disparity in the justice system. Apple's musical endeavor serves as a powerful artistic reflection of these observed injustices. Life After Release was founded by Kiana Johnson, an individual who initiated the program shortly after her own release from incarceration in Prince George's County in 2017, following a conviction related to a real estate scheme. Johnson's overarching objective with the Court Watching initiative is to meticulously document and expose racial inequities embedded within the local justice system. She articulates a critical perspective, stating, "People outside of Maryland think Maryland is so progressive, "We're still incarcerating hella black people in this state." This sentiment underscores the systemic issues that CourtWatch PG aims to address. The CourtWatch PG program currently mobilizes approximately 40 volunteers, a diverse group comprising lawyers, academics, students, and other concerned citizens committed to fostering greater fairness within the judicial system's routine operations. The organization emphasizes that while most court proceedings are legally open to the public, their purpose is to ensure these proceedings are actively observed, making the concept of public access meaningful. Volunteers meticulously document the proceedings at bond hearings and, when warranted, communicate with officials regarding perceived unfairness. Furthermore, Life After Release actively engages in fundraising efforts to provide financial assistance for individuals who cannot afford bail, facilitating their release while awaiting trial. Approximately a year ago, Johnson received a unique request from Apple, permission to create music inspired by her experiences with CourtWatch PG. Johnson readily agreed. Several months later, Apple shared the resulting song with her. The lyrics vividly narrate the story of a fictional single mother arrested and unable to afford bail, detailing the profound impact her absence has on her young children and elderly mother. Johnson shared, "Apple wanted part of her legacy to be combined with us. That is so heartwarming, to see that Fiona Apple wanted to memorialize her work and what she saw in her song. This is an example of how you use more than just your money to be involved." The song is accompanied by a music video featuring formerly incarcerated women whom Apple met during her volunteer work, adding a powerful visual dimension to the narrative. Apple has pledged to donate all proceeds from the track to Free Black Mamas DMV, a coalition of organizations based in the Washington, D.C. area, including Life After Release. This coalition focuses on bailing out mothers and caregivers from jail and also provides support for transitional housing, transportation, and other essential needs. Johnson expressed that the funds generated by the song will directly support their ongoing operations. However, she also highlighted the invaluable impact of the attention the song has brought to the group and the broader movement for bail reform and the fight against structural racism within the judicial system. Johnson powerfully concludes, "You're innocent until proven guilty. That's the dream that they sell us. And that is not what's happening." The widespread attention this song garners is expected to significantly boost awareness and support for bail reform initiatives. We've explored the intersection of music, activism, and the justice system, highlighting a powerful personal story. Now, let's turn our attention to the future of personal technology and what's on the horizon for one of the world's leading tech giants. Apple's September event, iPhone 17, ultra-thin Air, and wearable wonders. Apple is gearing up for its highly anticipated annual hardware event, scheduled for September 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. The primary focus is expected to be the unveiling of the new iPhone 17 lineup, but significant updates for the Apple Watch and AirPods are also anticipated, promising a comprehensive refresh of Apple's product ecosystem. This event is particularly noteworthy as it reportedly kicks off a 3-year strategy for major iPhone redesigns, with a foldable iPhone rumored for 2026, signaling Apple's long-term vision for mobile innovation. The iPhone 17 is poised for a significant aesthetic and functional overhaul, aiming to align more closely with the premium Pro models. Key upgrades are expected to include a slightly larger 6.3-inch display, an increase from the current 6.1-inch screen, and a substantial upgrade to a 120 Hz refresh rate, a considerable leap from the current 60 Hz panels. This enhancement promises a smoother, more responsive visual experience for users. Additionally, a potential upgrade to a 24-megapixel front-facing camera could elevate selfie quality and video conferencing capabilities. Early reports suggest new color options are in testing, including purple and green, which could add fresh appeal to the lineup. On the Pro models, the upgrades are anticipated to be more pronounced, particularly concerning the rear design. Rumors and conceptual renderings indicate a redesigned camera housing, potentially featuring a distinctive rectangular bar that extends across the back of the device, accommodating the 3 rear cameras, flash, light sensor, and microphone. This design change could become a signature visual element for the Pro series. Furthermore, there's speculation that Apple might transition from the titanium band to aluminum for the Pro model's frame. This material shift could lead to cost savings and a lighter device, although it might also impact the perceived premium feel. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is expected to receive fewer dramatic changes compared to the standard Pro model. The most significant anticipated upgrade is a slightly thicker body, likely designed to house a larger battery, which would be a welcome improvement for battery-conscious consumers. Pricing is also a major point of discussion, with the iPhone 17 estimated to start around $800, the Pro model at approximately $1,050, and the Pro Max potentially priced at $1,250. Storage configurations might also be adjusted, with the 128 GB option possibly being discontinued, leaving 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB as the available storage tiers, a reduction from the typical 4 options. Beyond the iPhones, Apple may also introduce new accessories. Leaks have revealed potential tech-woven iPhone Pro 17 cases, utilizing a higher-quality woven material to replace the previously released fine-woven fabric cases. These new cases are also rumored to feature an integrated crossbody strap, adding a new layer of functionality and style. The most widely discussed rumor, however, centers on the potential introduction of the iPhone Air, an ultra-thin model intended to succeed the iPhone Plus. This device is rumored to have a profile thickness of just 5.5, potentially making it the slimmest iPhone ever released and a direct competitor to ultra-slim smartphones from other manufacturers. This development could also be a stepping stone towards Apple's long-rumored foldable iPhone, expected in 2026. However, the ultra-slim design might necessitate compromises, such as a single rear camera lens and potentially limited speaker placement. Updates are also expected for the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 might feature faster charging, 5G support, and satellite connectivity, alongside a larger display. Health features like blood pressure monitoring and sleep apnea detection are rumored for both the Ultra 3 and Series 11, though these may be subject to delays for further refinement. The Apple Watch SE 3 is expected to receive minor updates, possibly including a larger display and a potential plastic variant. The AirPods Pro 3 are also anticipated, with rumors pointing to a sleeker design, touch-sensitive controls, smaller earbuds, and a slimmer case, potentially incorporating the H3 chip for enhanced audio features. The potential introduction of the iPhone Air, if realized, could significantly disrupt the smartphone market by offering an ultra-slim design at a competitive price point. We've covered groundbreaking potential in Apple's hardware pipeline, from phones to watches and earbuds. But before we wrap up, let's quickly recap the biggest stories of the day. And that's a wrap on today's essential tech updates. We saw Apple potentially eyeing multi-billion-dollar AI acquisitions like Mistral AI and Perplexity, a move that could redefine the AI landscape. We also heard about Fiona Apple releasing new music inspired by her work in the bail reform movement, blending art with social impact. And looking ahead, the iPhone 17 lineup promises major redesigns, including the rumored ultra-thin iPhone Air, alongside updates for Apple Watch and AirPods. Don't miss out on any future breakdowns. Smash that like button, subscribe to iPad Focus, turn on notifications, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms so you stay in the loop. We'll catch you in the next one.